Turns out, this game might actually be good. It feels so much better than the beta. The multiplayer maps are a bit grim in my opinion, but Dark Matter, Mastery camos, yes please, let me grind this forever. I will be playing the hell out of this game just to get that, and the other one. So I had the genius plan to get the zombies mastery camo, Nebula, first, because having had to use all of these weapons a bunch in zombies, I would have leveled them up a bit, making my ventures into multiplayer camos easier, because I'd already have some attachments unlocked and ready to go. But progress is slow, to say the least. 2,000 critical kills per gun is a lot. It's kind of weird because it takes ages to get the 2,000 crits, and then you just bang out the last 2 camos and the Mystic Gold in like 5 minutes. I've gotten the Goblin MK2 Gold, and it was just the worst thing ever. It's good to see they're making a callback to the old Call of Duties by making all of the semi-automatic ARs absolute horse shit. I've still probably got far worse to come. I'm not looking forward to snipers. Launchers will probably be pretty bad also, I suspect. Although, at least launchers won't have critical kills as the challenge. They better not, anyway. Oh, also, the counterpart to diamond camo is opal in zombies. Now, in my head, opal is a real bottom tier precious gemstone. Maybe that's just because in RuneScape they're a low level resource. But, I mean, what would you want? A diamond or a fucking opal? I know what I'd choose. Oh wait, I chose opal first. Fuck. I really like both Terminus and Liberty Falls. The simplicity and compact nature of Liberty Falls complement Terminus really well. This is quite clearly the ultimate zombies release setup. One larger, more complex and generally more difficult map, and then a smaller, simpler, more relaxing chill time map. Black Ops 3 did this, and as we all know, that was the best Call of Duty ever made. But Liberty Falls has dramatically more going on than The Giant. There's all kinds of Easter eggs and side quests going on. It's honestly so fun. And both Terminus and Shadows of Evil have a big tentacle monster. I've done the main Easter egg on both maps now to get my cute little calling cards for completing them early. I don't exactly know what the timeline is on what is considered completing them early. I think there's some other mode coming out for completing the main quest, like a story mode kind of situation. And I think the early is just before that comes out. We'll see, I guess. If you want them, get them now, I'd say, because who knows when they'll be gone. They're not that exciting, really. They're just a slightly different colour, but I love all that shit. Give me the lot. If I can make one recommendation for the Terminus Easter egg, I'd say chopper gunner, 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 chopper gunner. I died like 5 times at the final boss of that quest until I discovered the power of the chopper gunner. Honestly, if you're solo, you could probably just pop that score streak as soon as the final phase starts and just finish it off straight away with one chopper gunner. It does so much damage, it's ridiculous. Unless it gets shot down. If that happens, good luck. There's also a mathematical equation step of the free wonder weapon Easter egg on Terminus. I spent a good few days just buying that solution straight from Peck, until I realised it's actually very easy. People kept saying, haha, it's just algebra, it's so easy, and things to that effect. But it wasn't the algebra itself that was the problem. I know how to do algebra. Don't ever accuse me of not knowing how to do algebra, because I know how to do algebra. The problem was, you know, what X equals, or Y, or the other letter. I just didn't know how to find that out. There was a bunch of weird shapes going on and a strange diagram. I didn't know what numbers would in the, you know, it's confusing. And then I spent literally 1 minute watching a video on how to work it out, and now I'm saving myself a cool $5,000 every single game. And no, I'm not going to explain how any of it works here. I'm not in school anymore. You can't make me show my working. Fuck the lot of you. Liberty Falls Easter egg is also pretty fun, quite short comparatively, but it is the quicker, smaller map, so I wasn't really expecting a huge, expansive Easter egg in this one. I probably prefer the calling card from this one to the Terminus Easter egg one though. I just think it looks a bit nicer. Apart from the main quest, there's like 500 million different side quests that I'd never be able to go through here unless this video literally went on forever. And I don't think anyone wants that. So I'll just mention this one. You can get a ray gun from punching a vending machine. I've only had this happen once, and since then I haven't been able to get a single thing from punching the vending machine, but it definitely happened. I don't have any footage, so you're just gonna have to believe me on this one. I have no idea what's going on with it. I've no idea how to get anything from it again. Maybe there's some way to trigger it. I swear I punched it one time and a ray gun popped out. Probably a bad example to use for the one side quest I mentioned. Look, I don't know about these loot keys. They just seem kind of pointless. I feel like you might as well just get the shit to drop straight from the guy who dropped the key. Seems like kinda an unnecessary extra step. But whatever, it's not a huge deal. I just don't really get the point. Also, I feel like the loot isn't that good to justify a run to wherever the bloody looty place is. Sometimes you get a good score streak or some equipment or maybe even a perk you don't have. But I don't think I've ever picked up a weapon from one of these things before, unless it's like a upgraded knife or something that I'm never going to use anyway. One time, I literally got 2 chopper gunners in the locker and nothing else. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I'm fine with plates. The plates are okay. It's obviously not ideal, but it isn't the worst thing ever. You get them in there real quick with speed collar and they're dropping all the time, and it's a fine system. I'm not too cut up about it anymore. It's fine. I don't want to talk about the plates anymore. It's fine. Just forget about it. The alternate ammo types in this game seem a little bit shit to me. They feel a lot better when you have elemental pop and you can just get a couple of them on the go at once. Then they feel like something's happening. Maybe I just need to unlock some of the augments to make them do a bit more for me. I mean, they are pretty cheap, so it's not like you're sacrificing too much to get one. I guess they don't want dead wire killing half the horde of zombies every 3 seconds anymore. Anyway, speaking of augments are a sort of new thing in this game, similar to in Cold War where you could upgrade all your perks and shit permanently. But in this game, you unlock them and then you can select 2 augments to apply to each thing that you can unlock them for. You actually have to select them manually once you've unlocked them. They're not just like passive buffs. There's a major and a minor one. Just have a look at it yourself. It's all pretty simple. I just personally didn't realize that you had to select them, and I was just wondering where all my awesome upgrades I was hearing about were going. The quick revive one is actually crazy. And there's a bunch of other good ones too. There's a lot of good augments in here. It takes forever to get them though. But you only need to have the research on and it'll always be making progress from anything you do in zombies. You don't even need to have whatever you're trying to unlock things for equipped. It'll just get progress from XP or whatever progresses it. I like the system. I'm very excited to have everything unlocked and be the ultimate king of, you know, whatever. I can't wait to find out what the best build is for Aether Shroud. Melee Macchiato, a new perk. I'll be real with you, I don't really know what this does. I haven't really used it properly yet. It gives you a big punch melee that you get like stuck in or something and can't do anything after you use it. I don't know if that's intentional and I'm just missing something. I don't know, or it's not working properly. I don't know what's going on here. I'll pay attention to it at some point, but that hasn't really happened yet. It just doesn't seem that useful to me. I'm never buying Melee Macchiato over Quick Revive or anything like that. I only really buy it when I'm just trying to have all the perks to look cool. Deadshot Daiquiri's doing a lot of work right now. A perk that was made fun of for quite a long time has come back in a big way with all these critical kills needed for camos. I mean, I don't think Deadshot was ever bad, it just didn't really have a whole lot of useful scenarios it would thrive in. Notable by their absence, Double Tap and Mule Kick. 2 big hitter perks in the zombies world. Icons, if you will. I suspect these perks will be back at some point, but it's very odd to have these 2 staples missing from the lineup. I guess there's also no Widow's Wine, but that I was going to say that was still kind of new, but Black Ops 3 actually came out 9 years ago, so that's not the case. No Lecky Cherry either. Missing out on a lot of perks here. Where's Who's Who? Anyway, the first DLC Zombies map is coming in December, so I'm hyped as hell for that. In the meantime, I have to get millions of critical kills for camos because you best believe I'm going to be grinding the absolute shit out of Nebula. And maybe I'll go for some Dark Ops challenges as well. I already did one because I saw there was a sexy woman on it, and I love that. Season 1's dropping November 14th, so that I'm sure there'll be something zombies, like their new Gobblegum or something. I didn't even mention Gobblegums. I've basically not used a single Gobblegum yet. It's too stressful. It's too limited. Even the bloody whimsical ones are limited. What am I can't take that kind of pressure. Actually, I do know there's a Dark Ops challenge for popping a perkaholic and then going down within like 10 seconds. So I might use my one and only perkaholic to do literally that and then never have another one ever again because I'll probably never get one ever. The pausing situation is also an interesting topic. Because it's like online only, they've put a time limit on how long you can pause for, so you can only pause the game in solo for 15 minutes now, which is an interesting decision. However, they also added the ability to save and quit in solo, which is really good. So, you know, we've kind of taken one step forward with save and quit, and then a step back with only being able to pause for 15 minutes. So either we haven't really moved anywhere, or we're just doing some sort of weird dance. It'd be nice, you know, if you could pause for a bit longer than 15 minutes. Because, you know, sometimes you're doing an Easter egg or whatever, and you're watching a guide, and you're like, you gotta pause and go back, and then pause, and then go back, and then pause, and then go back, and before you know it, all your time's gone, and you're freaking out. Because who knows what happens when you save and quit. Things get weirdly reset, I don't know what's going on. It's a scary time, alright? Just give me a break. Alright. That's it. Have you played? What's going on? Are you playing this? Are you playing this shit? You playing this? Are you getting a lot of critical kills? Do you? I think this is actually great. I was very skeptical after playing the beta for this game, but getting into it, it's a good time, I reckon. And I can't wait to play literally nothing but zombies for the next 6 months to get this camo. What do you think? Do you like this camo? Do you like the Easter eggs? Do you like this camo? Do you like the side quests? Answer any and all of these questions. I need I'm farming engagement is what I'm doing. I'm farming right now. Like the video also. That's another form of engagement that I need. I don't know. Follow me on Twitter if you give a fuck. Just fuck, actually. It'll be linked in the pinned comment. Or don't. I don't fucking care anymore. More videos soon. Subscribe. Yeah, yep. Okay, we're done. Alright. Sell.